The United Nations says it has grave concerns over alleged rights violations in Kashmir. On Wednesday, August 17th, the UN's High Commissioner for Human Rights, Zaid Ra'ad Al Hussein, appealed to both Indian and Pakistani authorities to allow the agency access to the disputed region. The UN says it's unfortunate its requests for access haven't been granted, quote, especially given the seriousness of the allegations of the use of excessive force as well as the number of people killed. Indian-controlled Kashmir burst into unrest in early July after a popular separatist rebel died in a gunfight with Indian troops. Ever since, 66 people have been killed and thousands injured as Kashmiris protesting against Indian rule in the region throw stones and Indian authorities return with bullets, pellets, and tear gas.
Aazadi! 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 Aazadi!
I've been in a social work field from last 3 years. I have seen how many people have been disappeared in this valley. There are at least 10,000 people who are illegally disappeared, whose graveyards have been found in Boniar area. I beg to the UN, who are just the mute spectators of this brutality in Kashmir, who are just doing nothing.
Another man is buried in the hills of Indian-administered Kashmir. 25-year-old Sayyid Ahmad Sheikh died of a head injury after being hit by a tear gas canister. For families mourning their dead, grief has become a way of life. Elsewhere in the valley, another funeral. Abdul Qayyum Wangnu was 47 years old. His family says he was beaten to death by security forces on Friday, something the Indian government denies.
There was a heavy deployment of forces around the flyover. Witnesses say he probably had an argument with the paramilitary men and he was hit with a gun butt in his head.
The unrest began in July when Indian security forces killed separatist fighter Burhan Wani. His death mobilized thousands of activists, which prompted a major security crackdown. Soldiers and police have killed dozens of people. But demonstrators calling for independence show no signs of backing down.
We want to say that today 2 more of our brothers have been martyred. We won't accept defeat until we free all of Kashmir.
While the government has eased curfews in some areas, the region remains under tight security. And with both sides in the conflict refusing to budge, there are likely to be more funerals before there is peace. Zain Basravi, Al Jazeera.
कश्मीर में जारी एहतजाजी लहर से हिंदनवाज सियासी जमातों की साख मजीद मुतासिर हुई। वजीरों और अराकीन असम्बली की गाड़ियों या रिहाइश गाहों पर मुश्तिल मुजाहिरीन ने हमले किए। नईम अख्तर मौजूदा हुकूमत के सीनियर वजीर हैं, मखलूत हुकूमत के तर्जमान हैं और उससे बढ़कर वजीर आला महबूबा मुफ्ती के मुशीर खास भी हैं। उनकी रिहाइश गाह पर हुए इस हमले से जाहिर होता है कि लोगों में मौजूदा हुकूमत के खिलाफ गम और गुस्सा बढ़ रहा है।
आजादी का मतलब क्या?